Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today's video is going to be a tag video. If you guys have watched my channel for a while, I always do tags that I'm never tagged in. I just see them, I think that they're fun, and I do them. And this video is one that I was actually tagged in. I was tagged by Eugenia? I'm sorry, it's like, I'm not used to pronouncing that name in English. I always pronounce it in Spanish, like Eugenia. Sorry if I mispronounce it, but she's from Bookgenia. I will have her link down below if you guys are interested in checking her out. This is going to be a very long video, so I'm just going to get started. A author that you've read the most books from. That would have to be J.K. Rowling. I have read and reread everything that is related to Harry Potter. I have read, including Quidditch Through the Ages, Fantastic Beasts, and The Tales of Beedle the Bard. Harry Potter is just like my ultimate series. J.K. Rowling is my queen. It's on another level for me when it comes to writers. I will say though, I haven't actually read any of her adult stuff. Just because I feel like I'm so attached to Harry Potter. B, best sequel ever. I don't know if this is an actual thing. The first book is always awesome and then the second novel is usually the worst. Like for Harry Potter, it's my ultimate favorite series ever. The Chamber of Secrets is my least favorite book. I think for the sequel I'm gonna have to pick The Son of Neptune by Rick Riordan. I think the only reason why I enjoyed the sequel so much is because you are introduced to new characters in this, well, and Percy. So you are reintroduced to Percy and then you're introduced to a whole new character, so it feels almost like a whole new story even though it really isn't. C, currently reading. If you guys are not aware, I made a currently reading video. I only have 3 books that I'm currently reading right now. The first book in my currently reading list is Onyx by Jennifer L. Armentrout. That is the second book in the Lux series. And then I have Serafina by Rachel Hartman. Lastly, Love Letters to the Dead by Ava DeLaria. D, drink of choice. I am a big coffee drinker. I'm a big tea drinker. During this time though, like right now, I love Mexican hot chocolate, like chocolate abuelita. Oh my god, it is my crack. I love it. I love making it into champurrado as well. It's Mexican hot chocolate, but you add flour to it to thicken it up. It sounds disgusting, but it's so good. It's so good. E, e-reader or physical book? Answer right here. Physical book. I am a fan of e-readers. I think that they're very convenient right now since I'm going on vacation. I love the fact that I do have an e-reader so that I could take books with me without adding any extra weight to my luggage. I am a fan of them, but I'd rather have a physical book any day over an e-reader. F, fictional character you probably would have dated in high school. I think I would pick Cricket from Lola and the Boy Next Door. You guys know I love Cricket. I love Cricket and Josh. They're like my favorite characters from this companion series. But Cricket, he's just so adorable. And he lives in San Francisco, so that'd be good. He lives close to where I live, so that would be a lot better for our relationship. So I'm picking Cricket. I get way too into these like fictional boyfriends. G, glad you gave this book a chance. Okay, I think I'm gonna have to pick. You guys may be shocked because I have talked about this series before. It is Vampire Academy by Rachel Mead. I never know how to pronounce her last name, I'm sorry. This book, I tried to read it so many times. I would always take it out of the library because I heard that it was so great. People loved it. It was awesome. It was fantastic. I was never super intent on reading it because the cover kind of threw me off a little bit. They look very like romancy. You know, like the typical like adult romance books, they have like that shirtless man with the woman being all like seduced by the big strong man. These have, well, this is a bad example because this is like the movie cover, but you guys are familiar with the cover. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the cover. But then when I actually read it, it's such a good book, guys. H, hidden gem. I already returned it to the library, but you guys know I love Snow Like Ashes. It is such a fantastic book. Seriously, if you haven't read it, go buy it, read it, rent it from the library. I don't care what you do, just find a way to read it. It is so good, guys. So good! Important moment in your reading life. Surprise, surprise, Harry Potter. Since I was young, I've been into reading, but this is what got me to like just actively read and read all the time and read as many books as I possibly could. It's a fantastic book and I love it, and as you can see, very well read, very well loved. This is my baby. Okay, J, just finished. This one's gonna be very boring. It was The Third Policeman by, what's it by? By Flann O'Neill, I think. I had to read it for class. I didn't really like it. The kind of book you won't read. Non-fiction. No, I mean, I will read non-fiction, but I'm not a huge fan of it. Erotica, I'm not a huge fan of. See, the thing about erotica, or like adult romance or something like that, I don't mind the sex so much. I'm okay with sex if it has purpose. If like a sexy book is sexy done right, you know, I think it's good. But if it's just sex, 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 ignore all the plot, ignore the character development, they're just fucking, basically, I'm not a fan of that. So I don't really like those kinds of books. The longest book you've ever read, I think it's gonna be the Brothers Karamazov. I had to read this semester as well. It's, I think, like almost 1,000 pages. It's like 900 pages. It's over there. I'm not gonna get it for you guys, but it was really long. I wasn't a huge fan of it. Major book hangover because of, I think you can see this coming, Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows. It was just so sad to see it come to an end. I'm still hurting from this. It's over. But no, it's not, because the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them is coming out soon, so there you go. I have that to look forward to. But this, it broke my heart. Number of bookshelves you own. I have 3 right here, if you guys can see them, like they're the little ones. Then I have like little crates underneath my desk for my like university books. So for the novels that I had to read for university and for textbooks. So I guess 5? But really, like, I just have these little ones here, the 3. One book you've read multiple times. Harry Potter. I read each book yearly, except for this year. I am still really upset about it, and I'm gonna try to read these series before this year ends because it is my tradition. I like to read these books yearly. Usually it was kind of in preparation for when each book would come out, and then after the books ended it was in preparation for when the movie would come out, but I always read these and I haven't done that this year. Usually I reread books if there's a movie based on them. I reread them before the movie comes out, just to kind of refresh my mind. But yeah, I mean, for pleasure, if I really want to reread a book, I'm not a huge rereader. Harry Potter, I think, is the only one that I actively seek out to reread. Preferred place to read. I like reading in my room. Honestly, I can read anywhere. When I was younger, I've always been kind of an outcast in my extended family, so I used to take my books to parties. So when everybody else was playing and like music was booming and people were talking, I would sit next to my mom and I would just like be reading my Harry Potter books. So yeah, I can honestly read anywhere. But preferably, I like to read on my bed with like music, chill music really low in the background, and I just read really comfortably laying down. A quote that inspires you. Oh, I should have prepared something. A lot of Harry Potter quotes. There's an overlapping theme in this video that it's Harry Potter. Everything Harry Potter. A lot of Dumbledore quotes are really, really great. I can't really think of any at the top of my head. This is like one of those questions like on the first day of class, you know, when the teacher asks you to introduce yourself and what's interesting about you, what do you like to do? And then all of a sudden you're just like, yeah, just Harry Potter. Answer for everything. Harry Potter. Reading regrets. As soon as I started university, my reading for pleasure, like it stopped for a while. I used to be such an avid reader and I love reading so much and I love writing so much. And then when I got to university, I feel like university just sucks the life and inspiration out of you sometimes. And I just stopped reading because I am an English major, so a lot of the reading I had to do was for school. I had to do so much writing, so much reading, and it was just like, it got to the point where I was just, even if it was for pleasure, I just didn't feel like doing it. Honestly, I think that starting a booktube channel really helped me get back into reading because I was starting to get into it again this year. But now that I have a booktube channel and that I have to make videos for, or well, I don't have to, but I want to make videos for this channel. It almost makes me feel guilty if I don't read, but it's like a good type of guilty because I know that I enjoy it and I know that there's other people who enjoy it as much as I do. A series that you've started and need to finish. So many. Oh my god, so many. You guys don't even. The Heroes of Olympus series, I still have to read The House of Hades and The Blood of Olympus. The Vampire Academy series, I've only read the first book. Mortal Instruments, because everybody loves the Mortal Instruments and I haven't gotten past the first book. So I think those 3 are my top series that I really want and need to finish. 3 of your all-time favorite books. I mean, well, let's just get it out of the way. Harry Potter. So number 1, Harry Potter as a series, I'm counting it as a whole, as one book, because it's my channel, I can do what I want. I think Snow Like Ashes, I'm gonna count it up there. It's only the first book, but I have high hopes, and I trust Sarah for the rest of the series. So I'm counting that. And then 3, I'm gonna go for Rick Riordan. Just Rick Riordan. It's not a book, but I'm counting it. Unapologetic Fangirl. Oh, I'm always up on Unapologetic. The Anna and the French Kiss trilogy, companion series, is just fantastic. I've raved about it. I talked to people at school about it. I feel like the book title is a little cheesy, so I feel like a lot of people might be turned off by it and just dismiss it, you know, oh, it's young adult, it's... I love those books. They are just so happy and they make me feel good inside, and I love them, and if you haven't read them, read them. Very excited for this release more than the others. The second book of Snow Like Ashes. I still don't even think that it has a release date. I still don't even know if Sarah has finished even writing it, but I am excited and I'm looking forward to it. My worst bookish habit. Habit. I used to be, not so much anymore, but I used to dog ear my pages a lot. That's something that I've tried to stop doing. I thought that this is what this was for, to be honest, but I use this as a bookmark sometimes. Apparently you're not supposed to do that. I didn't even know that, but it's what I do. X marks the spot. Pick the 27th book from your top left shelf. It's Throne of Glass by Sarah J. Maas. I love it. Why? Your latest purchase. I should have a haul video right here for you guys. Sea Snatcher. A book that kept you up way too late. So many. Oh my gosh. The latest one to do it was Daughter of Smoke and Bone by Laini Taylor. I read this last November with Ilse from Ilse's Books. I loved it, and it kept me up reading really late when I shouldn't have been reading. So that is it for this video. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry if it was really long, and I will see you next time. Bye guys!